My mom told my pregnant wife to eat in the bathroom so her daughter's new family could have a perfect day. Mom said, "Pregnant women shouldn't sit at fancy tables." My sister rolled her eyes. "She's making everyone feel weird with her baby belly." I didn't say anything. I just smiled, held my wife's hand, and we walked out quietly. They didn't know their whole fancy day was paid for with my money. Their perfect day turned into a big mess when the truth hit them. And the sky was super clear that morning, like even the universe said yes to my sister Caroline's wedding. It was her dream day. A huge vineyard in Napa, pretty white flowers everywhere, and a schedule tighter than a rich guy's planner. Everything was picked out perfectly. Everything had to be just right. And that didn't include my wife. Emily was 7 months pregnant. She looked amazing and was glowing. Even though she walked a little wobbly, she still looked beautiful. She wore a soft pink dress that matched the wedding colors. She braided her hair and looked like a fairy princess. She really tried hard to look nice for the wedding and was excited. Until we got there. The first bad sign: no place card for her at the family table. I asked one of the waiters. He looked confused and checked his chart. "She's not on the list for this table, sir," he said. "She's been placed here." He pointed to a tiny table by the bathrooms, half hidden by a big plant. "She's family," I said. "She's my wife." "That's what we were told," the waiter said, looking sorry. But the bride's mom insisted. I was about to speak up when my mom showed up. She looked nervous and had that fake smile she always uses at fancy parties. She waved her hand like it was no big deal. "Oh, it's fine," she said. "She can eat here. It's better for everyone. Less awkward." "Awkward?" I asked slowly. "She's pregnant, sweetie," Mom said. "No one wants to see a woman like that huffing and puffing while eating. Caroline worked so hard on this menu. It's not meant to be shared with," she waved at Emily's belly, "that kind of appetite." Emily turned bright red, but stayed quiet. Then Caroline came over. She wore a super fancy wedding dress and looked like she thought she was better than everyone. She didn't even look at Emily. She just made a face and said, "She's making people feel uncomfortable. All that sweating and breathing, it's gross. Seriously, why did she even come?" Emily's eyes filled with tears. She tried to blink them away. She tried to stay calm and not ruin Caroline's big day. And me? I didn't say a word. I just smiled, took Emily's hand, and walked out of the room. We left without a fuss. No one stopped us. No one asked why. No one said sorry. Because they didn't know. They didn't know that I was the one who paid for everything. They didn't know that the fancy snacks, the expensive flowers flown in from far away, the string band playing pretty music, all of it was paid for by me. My dad's business closed down 5 years ago. Caroline's dream of marrying a rich guy ended when she married a man who had a nice face but no money. So when it was time to pay for the wedding and my mom started to freak out, I quietly stepped in. I didn't ask for anything in return. No rules, no deals. I just made sure her perfect day could happen. But while Emily and I drove away, her head on my shoulder and her tears messing up her makeup, I made a choice. Their perfect day? It was about to turn into a perfect disaster. Emily and I didn't talk much on the ride home. She looked out the window, her hands resting gently on her tummy. Our baby kicked once, then again. like she could feel something wasn't right. "You okay?" I asked softly. She nodded. "I just didn't think it would hurt this much." I didn't think so either. But that pain turned into something sharper, stronger, a new feeling. I had spent years giving my family money, hiding all the problems behind a shiny picture. They took everything I gave like they deserved it. They never even asked how I paid for it all. They just thought I was doing okay. They had no clue that I owned the tech company that saved Dad's old business. No idea I was the secret person who paid off Mom's house loan. They never wondered why Caroline's school loans went away, or how her husband's failing fitness app suddenly got funding. They didn't ask because they didn't care. They just expected. Well, now they can expect nothing. I waited about a day and a half after the wedding. Then I started making calls. First, I called the wedding place. "Yes, I'd like to cancel the last payment. I haven't paid it yet because we set up a special payment plan, but the rules were broken. My wife, who was invited, didn't get to sit at her table. She was treated badly. Take me to court if you want. I'm ready." Second, I called the food company. "No, I'm not going to pay the tip. You were told to treat my wife like she had a sickness. That's not 5-star service. That's garbage." Third, the band. "Hope you liked the attention, but the check, it's not coming." And last, the big wedding gift. Caroline was super excited about the honeymoon we were giving her. A fancy house in Santorini, first-class plane tickets, spa time, a private chef, everything. It was all ready. But there was one rule. I never said it out loud. Just respect. That fancy house? Now it's on Airbnb. I changed their reservation to a basic hotel near the airport. No refunds, no upgrades, not even free breakfast. 2 days later, my mom texted me. "What the heck did you do? The wedding place says you stopped the money. Caroline is super mad. She can't stop crying. Are you trying to ruin her marriage before it even starts?" I didn't answer. I let the silence sit there. Then finally, I got a message from the only person who mattered. "Emily, did you do all this because of me?" I answered, "No, I did it because it was the right thing to do." 3 days after the wedding, I was drinking coffee in our sunny room. Emily was upstairs sleeping with a warm cloth on her ankles. She'd finally stopped crying. Now she just looked tired. Tired of trying to be accepted. Tired of how fake and mean my family was. That's when my phone went crazy, buzzing nonstop like a bug trapped in a jar. Mom left a voicemail. "Call me, it's serious. People are asking questions about the wedding place, and Caroline's honeymoon is canceled. They're saying you did it. Fix this now." Then Aunt Denise texted, "Sweetheart, please tell me this isn't true. You didn't really mess up your sister's wedding, did you?" Then a voicemail from Caroline, screaming and crying. "You ruined everything. Do you know how embarrassing it is to go to the airport and find out you're staying at a hotel by the freeway? Do you?" The drama had started. And guess what? I didn't even have to do anything now. You see, weddings, especially fancy ones, are like money in our world. They show off your status, help with business stuff, keep up your shiny image. Caroline had made sure to post every little thing: the designer dress, the sunset at the vineyard, the 5-layer cake flown in from New York. But now people were whispering. They saw Emily missing from the family pictures. A few far-off relatives asked why she sat alone near the bathroom and why she left early crying. A bridesmaid said the whole thing felt tense. Someone even posted on Reddit asking why I, the groom's brother, skipped the after-party and unfollowed Caroline the next day. Tiny cracks. And then came the big crack. My friend Jake called me. "Hey man, just so you know, Caroline or your mom might try to go after you for breaking the contract. Since you stopped the payments, they might do something desperate." I smiled. Let 'em try. Because here's the thing. I didn't just pay for the wedding. I controlled it. All the contracts were in my name or under my company. Every booking, every deposit, even the honeymoon villa was part of a company perk, and I canceled it as soon as I wanted. They had no power, just feelings and a lot of bossy attitude. And now that the wedding was over, people didn't believe the fake fairy tale anymore. One of Caroline's bridesmaids, the only nice one, posted on Instagram, "We make weddings seem like such a big deal, but we forget about being kind. What happened to Emily was awful. She's a beautiful pregnant woman who was treated like trash. I'm not okay with this fake perfect act." The post went a little viral. People started talking about it in town. Emily, who didn't do anything wrong, became like a quiet hero for staying classy while being treated so badly. Caroline's image? It started to fall apart. The companies that wanted to show off her wedding on blogs? Gone. The PR firm she wanted to work for after her trip? They stopped talking to her. Mom called again. This time I answered. "You've made your point," she said, angry. "I don't think I have," I said back, calm. "Caroline is broken. This was the most important day of her life." "She made my wife cry on one of the most important days of hers," said I. "Funny how that works, huh?" "You're being childish," she snapped. "No, Mom, I was quiet, and you thought that meant I was weak." I hung up the phone. That night, Emily came downstairs in her robe. She looked soft, but unsure. Did you really cancel everything?" I nodded. "They thought I was just a money machine. They forgot I'm a man, a husband, a dad." She leaned in, kissed my forehead, and whispered, "You didn't have to do all that." "I know, but I wanted to watch their fake little world fall apart." The email came at 2:03 a.m. Subject: "You are dead to me." From Caroline A. Whitmore. To me. "I hope you're happy. You didn't just ruin my wedding. You made this family look bad. You made me look bad. You made Mom look bad. You hurt your own family for a woman you've only known for less than 5 years. When Dad died, you said you'd take care of us. You lied. Enjoy your perfect little life with your fat tub of a wife. Don't ever show your face again." I looked at the screen for a long time. I didn't write back. By the next morning, I was completely cut off, blocked from all family group chats. My pictures were taken out of Caroline's wedding album. A cousin told me that Mom was calling people, trying to explain things, saying it was just a mistake with the seating, blaming it on pregnancy mood swings. It was sad. Just weak damage control. Then came the last move. A card arrived by delivery guy. No return address, but I knew the handwriting. My mom's. "You don't understand what family means anymore. Your wife is tricking you. She wants to keep you away from us. Maybe Caroline made a mistake, but you're throwing away everything over one small thing. Your dad would be ashamed." That was her go-to move, mentioning Dad, using his name like a weapon. It used to work on me, but not now. I pulled out the last letter Dad ever gave me from his hospital bed years ago. Family isn't just about blood, son. It's about who protects your name when you're not there. Pick your own family if you need to, but never let them make you feel small. I folded the card. I put it in Emily's baby journal. One day, our daughter will read both letters, and she'll understand. But Caroline wasn't done yet. A week later, I found out she made a dramatic video on TikTok. Some silly story about her brother choosing a woman over his sister. She said people just want attention at your wedding. She said she was so over it, but was still crying in the middle of a Chanel store. She didn't name names, but it was super obvious. That's when the internet fought back. A few people who were at the wedding commented without saying their names, telling the truth. One said they saw Emily being left out of family pictures on purpose. Another said Caroline didn't even say hi to her during the whole wedding. A third person said they heard my mom whisper, "This isn't a maternity ward." Caroline tried to delete comments, block people, blame others. Didn't work. Her little dream of being an influencer? Crushed by her own bad behavior. Then a few days later, I got a message from that same bridesmaid who stood up for Emily online. She said, "I just wanted to say I admire what you did. That's what a real man does, protects his wife. You didn't just teach your family a lesson, you taught all of us who were watching." I showed the message to Emily. She cried again, but this time it was because she was happy. 6 weeks went by. No calls, no texts, not even one "I'm sorry" from my mom or Caroline. Nothing from the people who used to say, "Family is everything." Good. Emily, though, she was doing great. She looked so happy again. Her baby bump had grown, and she was laughing like her old self. We started setting up the baby's room. Soft colors, little stars on the ceiling, a tiny bookshelf already half full. Every night, Emily would lie down and guide my hand to her belly. "She's kicking for you," she'd whisper. And every night, I'd whisper back, "She's already stronger than all of them combined." Then, on a Tuesday morning, we got a letter in the mail. A handwritten note from my mom. The paper had smudges from tears. It was dramatic, just like her. It said, "I've been thinking, maybe I was too harsh. Maybe I was just trying to protect Caroline's special day. Maybe I forgot what really matters. But you were mean too. You embarrassed your sister. You made a big scene. This isn't how family should act. Let's talk. We miss you. P.S. Caroline is pregnant." I read that last part twice. Of course she was. She couldn't stand to let Emily have her moment. Even this, it had to be a competition. But this time, I didn't feel mad. I didn't feel sad. I just felt calm. For the first time, everything was clear. I put the letter in a drawer and didn't write back. Instead, I wrote something else. On my company's letterhead. To whom it concern. Starting right now, these people must be removed from everything connected to me. No more gifts, no more money help, no more being part of any financial plans handled by my office. This includes no more private health coverage, no more help with housing, no more partnership in Caroline's husband's business, no more school funds unless they've already been given out. This is not for a short time. This is forever. Signed, CEO and Managing Partner. Money had always been what they used to control me. so I cut the money off. I cut the leash. A few weeks later, I got a message from that same bridesmaid. She said, "Did you hear? Caroline and her husband are moving in with their parents. Guess they're downsizing. Must be hard. Hope you're doing well." I was doing very well, actually. The night our daughter was born, I held her in my arms while Emily was sleeping. The room was quiet. The whole world felt small, but full of love. She looked up at me with her big new eyes. No judgment, no expectations, just needing love, just giving love. I kissed her on the forehead and whispered, "You don't know this yet, but you're the reason I finally let go. You'll grow up around kindness, not mean people, around love that's real, not love that comes with guilt. And one day, if someone treats you like you're not good enough, you'll walk away too." She held on to my finger like she understood, and I smiled.